Who doesn't want to wake up one day and never have to worry about money again? Well, that's what financial independence is essentially all about. Now, FI doesn't always mean sitting on a beach for 40 years. It looks different for everyone. At its core, it simply means you've built up enough wealth, a big enough pot of wealth, to cover your living expenses forever without having to earn another paycheck. Financial independence retire early, aka FIRE, is a more specific branch of that where you aim to hit that point far earlier than the standard retirement age, often by being really aggressive with saving and investing. The key is whatever version of financial independence you look at, it isn't always about never working again. It's about having the choice, the freedom to spend time how you want on your terms. This video will be all about the why. Why go on a journey of financial independence? But before we get into that, let's talk about where this whole movement of financial independence and FIRE came from. It's not some new TikTok trend. The roots go back decades in the US through stories, books, and blogs. One of the early pioneers was Paul Terhorst in the 1980s. He was an accountant, and at just 35, he and his wife Vicky retired and wrote the book Cashing In on the American Dream: How to Retire at 35. It was one of the first proof of concept cases showing that you could actually retire early if you lived simply, managed expenses, and invested wisely. Then came along Vicky Robin and Joe Dominguez with Your Money or Your Life in 1992. They introduced the powerful idea that every dollar you earn is really your life energy traded away, and the more you save and invest, the quicker you buy back that freedom. This helped lay the foundations for the FIRE philosophy. However, the FIRE movement we know of today didn't properly take shape until the 2000s, when a wave of financial independence bloggers came on the scene. One of the most famous was J.L. Collins. He originally just wrote letters to his daughter explaining money and investing, which turned into a blog and then his book, The Simple Path to Wealth. He's often called the godfather of FIRE because he broke it down so simply. Live below your means, invest in low-cost index funds, and just keep going. Another big figure was Mr. Money Mustache. He and his wife retired at around 30, aiming to live on $25,000 a year from a $600K portfolio. His story built a massive online following, and this was probably helped by the fact that he was very different to his predecessors, a bit cheeky, a bit rebellious, and focused on making FIRE fun and about lifestyle design, not just money. Since these figures came on the scene, the movement has exploded with all kinds of podcasts and forums. It's become a whole community, and while it all started in the US, over the past decade it's been spreading to the UK. So that's where this whole movement came from. And now let's answer the question of why go on a journey of FI. The concept of financial independence goes beyond just wanting money or wealth. Achieving this is usually about wanting freedom on how to spend your time from an age much earlier than traditional retirement. However, it does need to be said that when you hear stories of people going on this journey, they often start the journey because they're running to or from something specific. Running from something such as jobs they hate and escaping the corporate rat race, or running to something such as more time with family, traveling, or just the freedom to pursue hobbies and passion projects. The reality of FI for most people is that they don't stop working. There's a common misconception around FI that it means not working at all. Rather, it means having the freedom to make choices at will, enabling you to do and achieve what matters most to you without having to worry about earning money. It's often the case that for individuals who achieve FI, they do carry on working, but simply shift their work to something that's more meaningful, passion-driven, and flexible. So doing work on their terms, not for financial reasons. The real benefit is control over your time, not just an escape from work. However, to go on this journey, the common thread is that there's often a big purpose or motivation driving it. Of course, everyone has different circumstances in their life, and those pursuing FI often do so for a huge variety of reasons, and different factors have shaped those journeys. For example, even those who absolutely love their jobs and are really passionate about them may pursue financial independence because they want to spend more time traveling or with family. This is kind of where I sit. I want to pursue financial independence because I want the freedom to spend time how I want, which will likely mean more time with family and traveling. When I reach financial independence, I likely won't stop working, to be honest. For me, FI isn't about quitting work. It's about reclaiming control. Being able to wake up every morning and think, do I want to work today? Do I want to spend time with family today? Being in control of my choices and making choices out of my own free will, not for financial reasons. So now we know the reasons why many people go on a journey of financial independence and why I'm on a journey of financial independence. Let's finish the video by quickly discussing the steps needed to reach this point of financial independence, what you need to do. There's lots of information online about this, lots of different strategies, but they broadly fall into 4 key steps. Firstly, living below your means. Secondly, investing the difference consistently into tax-efficient accounts. Thirdly, sticking with long-term index fund investing. And fourth, repeating steps 1 to 3 over many years to benefit from compound growth till you get to the point where the portfolio is large enough to cover your living expenses for the rest of your life. If this video gets over 50 likes, then I'll carry on with this series around financial independence, providing in-depth videos for each of these steps. I've noticed that there's a lot of content online around financial independence and FIRE, but most of it is US focused. I want to provide more UK focused content around this topic, so looking at UK strategies for FIRE, tax shelters, and UK specific tools we can use to achieve financial independence. As well as this, I also want to use myself as a bit of a guinea pig, showing transparent progress every month towards my own journey of financial independence, with monthly portfolio updates of my financial independence portfolio. If this sounds good to you, then I'd greatly appreciate a subscribe. But for this video, thanks for watching.